Hey everyone, how are y'all? Shane, is that one going to be on your channel? Okay, Scott, I'm trying to catch up on your comments here real quick. Hey Betty Joe, how are you? Shishi, how are you? Okay, can anybody let me know real quick? Can y'all hear the TV in the background? No. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. Betty Joe, oh wait, you're backstage. I was I was just telling you I just seen your comment in Discord. I'm not gonna trust that, so I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, about the Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, I don't know what it's about, but you just said
It's
don't do it. So,
Yeah, it's nasty. Don't try it.
uh,
Where Vapor posted it, said, I think he said try it, or he just posted a picture of it. I've tried it. It's nasty.
okay. All right, yeah, I'll look at it later on. Okay, y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Make sure to put your chat on live chat so y'all be able to see all of the comments in the chat. There was something else I was fixing to do. Now I can't remember what it was. Hey, Cool Gamer, how are you?
Did you watch the Dateline thing?
No, I did not. I was cooking.
Uh,
I
yeah, I
didn't have
watched it.
time to. Was it any good?
It was all right. They just added a couple more things that's happened since other evidence has come out.
Okay, so did they mention the picture that came out?
Yeah, yeah, they showed the picture.
Okay, did they say where they got the picture from?
From his phone.
Oh, that's interesting.
They say from a source. The source got it from his phone, so they got it
Well,
from his
yeah,
phone.
okay, so then it came from law enforcement. Hey, Elsie, how are you? Okay, and then what was the other? The surveillance footage that they said that there was new surveillance footage that had came out.
About him going up and down the road.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
supposedly of
Oh,
a
it's
car
very.
that looked like his.
Oh yeah, it's very clear.
Okay, and there was no other cars
Nope, it was just that
coming
one
through
car.
there.
It
Okay,
was just that car.
well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I
So
watched the whole.
I need to go back and watch it. I gotta find time to do it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Um,
I do
so,
know. Remember the sixth person that lived in the house?
yes.
Okay, it was Maddie and Kaylee's friend.
Uh huh.
The only reason why she wasn't there because she was supposed to be there.
Right.
Her mom, and I guess her dad were still out of town. And instead of coming back that Friday night or whatever night it was they're supposed to come back, they didn't come back till the next night. And that she was staying at home at her parents' home to babysit the dogs.
Okay, so that's the one that was on the lease, but didn't they say that she moved out?
Yeah, she actually did move out, but she was going to go stay with them that
Oh,
weekend.
okay.
But her mother asked her to stay at the house an extra day to babysit.
Oh, good thing that she stayed.
Yeah, because apparently her parents didn't come in until late Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
early Sunday morning.
Did they? Hey, Sally Mae, how are you? Did they say? Okay, so the selfie of him in the black hoodie and all that. Did they say if that picture was taken before the murders or after the murders?
I The one of him in the bathroom, they said it was after, but I don't know about the one in the hoodie.
Okay, well, if you remember the one of him in the bathroom, they said it was like later on that morning or something like that.
They said it was hours after he did.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna
the
have
one
to
in the
go back.
black hoodie, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't catch it because I was trying to help the baby with something.
Right. Well, the reason why I was asking is because I've seen a couple of different people that has said that have like that the hoodie selfie.
Right.
Hey, Courtney, how are you? And they were saying that was he planning on doing it again? So it was kind of like they were maybe insinuating that it was taken after.
It's a good possibility, but I didn't catch that part.
Okay, I
I
definitely need to go
go
back and
back and watch it.
watch it. I need to. I may have to do that after the live when once I'm done, got my shower in the bed with
Yeah.
nothing else to do, and stay out of Discord, so I'm not distracted, and just watch it.
I mean, like some of the things they had from the very first one that they had on there.
Yeah. Hey, now
A
millimeter.
couple things, but then, uh, like they were talking about his autism and all that.
Yeah, because you know the state is supposed to be doing an evaluation on him too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And but the thing is that whenever they do it, the attorneys can watch as it's happening, but they are not allowed in the room
No, they're not allowed to
while
sit in the
while
room.
it's happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know when they're going to do it, or they might have already done it and it just hasn't came out.
I
That
don't.
the autism diagnosis is what I'm interested in. I don't know where Avery's at. She was in here earlier and now she's just gone.
Avery.
Yeah, she came in, said hi to everybody before I went live, and then she she bolted. I haven't seen her. Let me get all my stuff. Usually Metamont's in here doing this for me. She may still be out working. You know, I've got to find my beanie. This hat is worries me. Is Nightlight not working? Oh, there it goes. Okay. And then I was looking up Jack and Lily's case.
Yeah, they got so much going on around the
Well,
internet about that.
I saw another, and I'm not going to mention his name, another creator that said that the cops were there. Now, I don't know when they were there or
Yeah.
whatever, but now, Millimeter, thank you for posting that in there. Um, so I went to look up to see, you know, if there was anything new that had came out, and it's basically the same thing. Like there was, you know, a little small part about the bus driver that drove the bus that the kids rode, and he was talking about what type of kids they were, and when he found out they were missing, that he jumped on his ATV and, you know, went through the woods trying to help look for them. They did confirm that. Well, one of the mom, so the one of a family member of the moms
Right.
has confirmed that her relationship with the stepdad has ended. The stepdad's saying that yeah, he can't get a hold of her. Um, everything like that. Hey Avery, everything on social media she has him blocked. But then they're saying that her family member is saying that she has removed all of her social media. Well, the thing is, though, like, I know that Ellie can get in touch with her, but
Right.
what if they go to the stepdad first to let him know what is going on because they disappeared from his property and he needs to get in touch with the mom and he can't.
Right. Exactly. I don't know.
Like, I get that they're no longer together or
See,
whatever, but it's, it seems like y'all have a what they said, 16-month-old baby
yeah. But
together.
don't
So,
think it all of a sudden they're not together anymore.
like, the very next day,
Yeah.
like the day after the babies go missing.
That's just strange to me. I mean, I get it. You got two kids missing. It's a lot. It's a lot on parents.
Right.
But like, just we're not together anymore. Come on.
I mean, it just seems, I don't know. It The stepdad is saying that, like, because y'all know how social media works when it comes to cases like this, especially on YouTube. People, and from what I've heard, TikTok is the same way. Like, them people, they deep dive just like we do over here. And he was, making statements about all the rumors and speculations and the conspiracy theories and all this and that that's going on social media, and that he had offered in the very beginning to do a polygraph test, and because there's not a lot of people in Canada that does them, so they're flying somebody into Nova Scotia to do it, and it's supposed to be happening within the next few days.
Yeah, I heard
Uh,
about that.
so even though it's not admissible in a Canadian court, it would still maybe put some of the rumors to rest because I mean, I kind of suspected he had something to do with it or might have known something. And like Elsie said, it speaks volumes that the very next day the mom leaves while her kids are missing. You couldn't have tore me away from that property if my kids would have been missing
Nope.
and left from that house, from that property. And she just, the very next day, she ups and leaves, which, like I said, I get that they have ended their relationship or whatever, but you still stay. What if your kids come back to that house and you're not there?
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. You know, just the day before or the day of, you're both laying in bed with the baby.
Yeah,
But
but
then after the kids go missing, you just up and just
you just,
go.
yeah, but see, that's also another thing that doesn't make sense to me. They had her quoted as saying that her and the stepdad were feeding their baby, and the
Yeah.
kids slipped out the back door and they didn't hear when the back door opened. Now all of a sudden they were she woke up, the kids were playing in the next room, she dozed back off and went back to sleep, and when she woke up later on in the morning the kids were gone. So which was it? Did you fall asleep or were you feeding your kid?
Yeah, exactly. Which one is it?
Yeah, it's not making any sense. And that was another
No.
thing with that, he was saying, like, the multiple stories is going around and all this and that, and he still thinks the kids have been that they had been kidnapped. uh, he's asked for the RCMPs to, monitor the borders and the airports and stuff like that. What else was it? The what's the name of that lake? Hold on. The Lansdowne Lake, which
Yeah.
is, hold on, let me pull up the maps so you can see how far it is from their house. Wait, something's not right on my screen. My buttons ain't in the right spot. Sally Mae says maybe she's scared.
I mean,
I,
yeah, could be scared,
she
but
could be, but I'm sorry, if my kids are missing, I'm not going nowhere.
no.
Like, the only way I'm going is you're going to have to physically handcuff me and physically remove me from there. Because what if my kids come back there?
Exactly. But and not only that, okay, if you don't want the baby there, that's fine. Let your
Take it
parents
to
take
your
the
mom,
baby.
exactly, because I believe all of, I think, well, from what we was looking up, was it last night or the other night or whatever. Hey, Commander, how are you? Um, his brother allegedly lives on the property, and apparently he is saying that his family has been out searching. Now, the mom saying that she was advised, well, the mom's family member says that she was advised not to speak to the media. Um, it was said that she was told not to search, and then she's gone. Like, she moves to a different county. Hold on, let me get this pulled up here before I forget.
Yeah, that's what don't make no sense.
Hi,
Hey, Avery, how are you?
I'm good. Can you guys hear my ceiling fan?
Hello, Avery.
No,
Hi,
I can't
baby.
hear.
Okay. So, I was late. Is there new updates?
No, I had seen, and I'm not going to mention who it was. It was just another YouTuber that had a thumbnail out that said the cops were at the house of Jack and Lily's parents. So I thought, well, maybe there was an update or something like that because the other YouTuber was live with that thumbnail. And
Uh-huh.
so when I went and looked, there was really no updates. The only new thing that I found was the stepdad saying that they had searched the lake close to their house, and
Oh,
they did with divers, sonar, like all of that, and they didn't find anything. So what I was showing is, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this with. So can y'all see my little mouse thingy down here?
Yep.
Okay,
yeah.
this is where their house is that the kids went missing from. The lake that they searched is this lake up here, and
Right.
it's so. Let me see if I can. So their house is down here. I should have did it on Google Earth, but y'all know me and Google Earth don't get along.
That looks
So
pretty far.
well, see, that's why I needed to do it on Google Earth so I can map how far,
But I think they searched that.
Yeah, well, from my understanding, they only did like a 2 mile radius around the property, but this, I believe, would possibly
So
be more than 2 miles.
I don't know.
what are you on right now?
I'm on Google Maps.
Oh, so you can't click and drag it to.
Girl, no, I'm not on Google Maps. That's what it does.
Oh,
Yeah, see, Google Earth is where you can do all the good stuff on it, but y'all know me in Google Earth.
but I thought you could still just like drag a line for the
No,
distance.
let
Oh,
me
okay.
just for y'all. I'll go to Google Earth. 'Cause y'all, I start cussing. Y'all know why? Because I don't like it.
You know you love it.
No, I hate Google Earth, and it hates me just as much. Okay, so Commander says the mom is running away from the situation. That's what it sounds like to me. Like I said, and like Betty just said, if you don't want the baby, who I believe they said was 16 months old, if you don't want the baby there, cops are there, and there's searchers there, and all this and that. That's understandable. That child doesn't need to be around all of this. Take it to your parents' house. I'm pretty sure they would be happy to keep their grandbaby. Okay, what is? Let me do this. This is it. Oh, you bitch. I do not need no damn Summer Wells house right now. You need to get back up here tonight. See, this is why I don't like this. This right here.
I
Now I
can't
gotta.
help but laugh at you when you cuss.
I don't mean to. I'm trying to be good, but I mean, dang, I don't like Google Earth. Now I
I
gotta
don't
find
know why I find it so funny when you cuss.
because my accent changes when I get upset. That's what it is, Avery.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we need to go to Redstone.
I had to move to outside. The baby and my son are too loud.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go outside too because the ceiling fan and air conditioner is freezing me, and I'm too lazy to.
It is 64 here, and I got my air set on 61. I was burning up earlier.
Yeah, my air is like on 60, and I got the ceiling fan on number 10.
I think it's 69 here.
And it's done nothing but rained all day long.
Oh, yesterday it rained. Not today. Today was nice.
I'm so sick of rain.
Oh, it's raining right now outside.
Well, you're getting what I had today. That's why it's done
We're,
hit Alabama.
We're
So,
supposed to have storms through Monday.
yeah, I don't know if it's ever going to stop here. Like, it's seriously. You know that song by Kid Rock? I ain't seen the sun in 3 damn days.
Yeah.
That's Scarlet right now. Sally Mae's like focus grasshoppers. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Where's my little pen?
Grasshoppers.
Let's see.
And now we're grasshoppers.
Okay, so I gotta pin this.
Between the dogs barking and the baby and my son being loud, I said, well, let me go outside.
I couldn't even hear them.
Yeah, I
That's because
couldn't
I'm
hear him
here.
either.
Left.
Okay, so Lake was searched. Now, I hate this shit.
I'll tell you what, this ceiling fan, it's built into a chandelier. It's built inside the chandelier, and then it has 10 levels. Well, level 10 will practically blow you out of my bed. But I've never felt this from a ceiling fan before. This kind of power.
I don't need meters. Where the fuck is Miles out here?
How come every time I'm doing something, they all want to be loud?
I don't know.
Okay. I think I got it, y'all. Y'all ain't even on the screen, and y'all are just sitting there just a talking and ain't even told me.
Nope, we're not on the screen.
Okay. Okay, so straight through the woods from Jack and Lily's house. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Okay. To the lake that was searched is basically a half a mile, 0.51 miles.
Oh, okay. That's not as far as I thought.
Right.
It just, I guess it looked further.
But what about this spot of water? Then you've got this spot of water, and then you've got 2 ponds over here.
I don't know how you can tell that those are water. I can't.
What do you mean?
They just look like trees to me.
You don't see that water right there? You don't see it? It's like a creek.
Oh,
See
now
it?
I do.
Put your
Yeah.
glasses on, Avery. Let me put your glasses on.
No, I don't want to put them on.
See,
No,
and then
see,
you
that looks like water right there. That looks like water.
That's the two I was pointing to. So there's still like these bodies of water around them, and I still think that this possibly could be water or maybe a pond that's dried up. I don't know what that is, but that looks sketchy to me right there. That little.
See, that looks like a bush to me too. Like bushes.
But see, whenever I zoom in on it, you can't really tell what it is because it gets all fuzzy looking.
Yeah.
So
Now it looks like rocks.
yeah, so I don't know what that is. But I mean, honestly, I thought the lake was further than that, but straight through there, it's not. But if they're saying that they found a footprint out at the edge of the property,
Mm-hmm.
then did they go down the road? Because in one article that I found, it said that they were last seen on the road by their house.
What?
Yeah, that's what one of the articles said. So I don't know if it's
Who's
just
seen
how they.
them?
I don't know. I don't know if that's how the journalists, when they wrote the story up, that's just how they worded it, or what. But that is, and I think I posted in Discord that that's what it said, that they were last seen on the road, either by their house or next to their house or close to their house or something like that. It didn't
Oh,
say nothing about them being in their yard.
did you see what the neighbor said?
No.
Ooh, that's where was that? What news article was that on? Where it's the neighbor that lives right down the road spoke out and talked to police or law enforcement. Said that Saturday, no. They went missing on Friday. So
Right.
one of the days, either that same day or a couple days before that, there was like a ton of people at their house. So many cars that they were all the way out to the road. And the neighbor said that they are known for rug parties.
Okay,
and
Betty
that
Jo.
paraphernalia was found in the house and in their vehicle, and substances and stuff. And like that they,
Wait, whenever they went missing and the police searched the
yeah,
place?
uh-huh.
But because the stepdad
That's
is saying that they have searched every bit of his property, that he's turned over bank statements, he's turned over his Google Maps stuff, he voluntarily turned over his phone,
mhm.
and that they have searched everything that he owns.
Let me see if I can find the article
Okay,
and send it to you.
okay, I'm getting off of Google Earth. I don't
Look,
like it.
okay. I'm gonna go look. If I throw myself off, I'll come back.
Okay, that's fine. All right, let me see if I can find that article that I was talking about though, because the way that it was worded about them being seen by the road or on the road or next, however it was done. I just didn't like how it was worded. Give me a second, y'all. All right, Betty Jo, you back?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to find that article. Was you in there the other day, Betty Jo, when I posted it in Discord and I was like, why does it say this about how they had it worded about the road?
I don't remember.
Okay, you might not have been in there. I can't remember. All right, so let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Like I said, it might have just been how they put it in the article, but it was saying that they were seen at like 10 o'clock that morning, or was last seen at 10 o'clock that morning. I just gotta find it.
So what time actually did these parents get up?
I have no idea. They're saying, like in this Newsweek article, the children are believed to have wandered from the home just after 10 a.m. I believe it was said that the 911 call came in just after 10 a.m. So I have no idea. I don't know. Does the parents even know how long the kids were missing if they were asleep?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know because I mean their stories changed about I've heard them in the bedroom, then I didn't hear them, so I don't
I
know.
don't know. There's too many inconsistencies with this. And then again, I may be completely wrong, and the parents don't have nothing to do with it, and
Well,
they
yeah,
just wandered in the woods. But I mean, oh, what is this? Oh, that's, I'm getting distracted here. Let me see. All right, so this one says that they were last seen Friday on Loach Road in Lansdowne Station. So the children are believed to have wandered. Okay, that's not the one I'm looking for.
and then, it is a good possibility they did. I'm not saying the parents had anything to do with it at all, but
It's just
somebody's got to be consistent. I mean, he's consistent with the story he's been telling.
right. Hey, sweet Melissa, how are you? Sally. Okay, so yeah, Sally Mae. The stepdad said that they had been. It was about 20 minutes before they realized they were gone. Okay, do you know how far a kid can get in 20 minutes?
Pretty far.
Yeah, but how did they know it was 20 minutes? Did they? I
See,
mean, did they
I was
fall asleep for 20 minutes and then wake back up and boom, the kids are gone?
that's what I want to know. How they know it's 20 minutes if you weren't up.
Right. And the thing is, though, if they were in the bed and they were sleeping with the 16-month-old, she says she woke up. The two kids were playing in the next room. She says that Jack and Lily never, and this is coming from the mom, that Jack and Lily never went outside by themselves. So why this day that they just happened to go missing, did they get out the back door
Yeah.
when they never do any other time.
That's my point. If they never messed with that door before, ever, why
Yeah.
all of a sudden did they mess with that door?
Right. The one time that they get out the door and you don't know it, they're gone.
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, if you're asleep and you wake up and your kids are in the next room playing, and then you fall back asleep, so is she saying that Jack and Lily at 10 o'clock in the morning had been up all morning while mom and stepdad were in the bed and they didn't get no breakfast?
Yeah. Apparently.
There's just things that's not making sense to me, and
That's,
maybe I'm just questioning too much into it, but
yeah, but nowadays you have to.
right.
Nowadays you need to ask every question possible. Is it, see that's the problem. Okay, I understand their parents and they're all upset. And it's good possibility, no, they didn't have nothing to do with it. But you have to question them and question them and question them. You got to push.
You know, social media is going to question everything. Like, we
So,
critique everything.
yeah,
So, uh,
that's
sweet
insane.
Melissa, please wish your daughter a happy birthday from all of us, please.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Social media is going to do it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
why can't the police do it? You don't have to
exactly.
hold them.
No, just question them.
Just question them like you ain't never questioned them before.
Give me 5 minutes with them.
Because you're questioning them and your line of questioning is not getting you nowhere because you've been searching for what 6 days and you can't find them.
Today marked a week.
Yeah.
Sweet Melissa says something could have happened the night before. See, that's the thing. There's not really a timeline that they've put out. Because y'all know, like, whenever I start a new case, I try to put a timeline together. And then as more information's coming in, I have to go back and redo the timeline and add, the new stuff in there. There's no timeline.
No.
All we have is that they were either asleep or feeding the baby. The two kids get out the back door and they didn't hear them. They get out of this fenced-in backyard, and then they're missing, and it's still here a week.
Right. And the longest is 20 minutes.
Yeah. So there's just, I don't know.
That's what baffles me. You don't know if it was 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Right.
You don't know because you wasn't out of the bed.
No. I mean, literally, the timeline, all we have is 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
the stepdad.
Yeah. Well, the police are saying that's around the time the 911 call came in. Was at 10 o'clock that morning.
Right.
So that's the only time. Like, if I was to make a timeline for the Jack and Lily Sullivan case, all I have is 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And
I have nothing else.
It could have been hours before that.
Yeah. And Avery did throw herself off the panel earlier, but I think she's trying to find the article about the parties and stuff that they had.
But, I mean, I'm not accusing the parents of nothing because it could be that they just wandered off.
Right. Well, I mean, at this point, we don't have the facts of it. It's just our opinion of what we have read and that's been put out. But I do think that it is very suspicious.
Yeah. And
some of the stuff.
Yep. In certain aspects, it's very suspicious.
And the fact that they can give a complete clothing description for Lily.
Yeah, and not Jack.
But not Jack. Like, he had on a pair of blue dinosaur boots.
And a pull-up.
See, I didn't even hear that. I just heard the dinosaur boots.
He said blue dinosaur boots and a pull-up, but that's it. Didn't say whether he had a shirt on, pants on.
Well, I mean, the way they're explaining it, she said, I woke up, they were in the room playing, I went back to sleep, back up, they were gone. So therefore, did you see your kids that morning? What I'm wondering. Because at one point, there was an article that said that the mom had talked about Lily coming in and out of the room. So therefore, you saw Lily and what she was wearing. Did you not see Jack that morning at all?
Apparently not.
Sally Mae, you keep losing connection. My internet has actually been good today. For a change. I don't know. I still need to dig in or go through the Facebook group and try to find out who all lives on the property besides the
From what
mom,
I
the
understand,
stepdad, and the stepdad's brother.
from what I understand, it's the stepdad, the mom, the brother, and uh the the mother.
And the stepdad's mom, right?
Yeah.
So where were all these people living at? Were they all in the same house?
Well, apparently the brother and the mother were staying out in that camper.
Okay, because I did read that on the Facebook group that the brother was living in a camper on the property.
Yeah, and
And
mother lives out there with him.
okay, because some people had the brother's name wrong. And some of the locals were having to tell him, no, that's not his name. This is his name, which I'm not going to put the man's name out because it hasn't been brought up that he has anything to do with the kids. But what I would like to know is where this camper is on this property. Because when I was looking it up on Google Maps earlier today, and I even put that picture in Discord and circled it because it does look like there is a camper at the end of the driveway. Well, not at the end of the driveway, about halfway between the house and the road.
Yeah.
But I can't tell if it is.
The one that they live in is in that back corner with the I don't know if it's trash bags over the windows and a tarp over the top.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. That reminds me. Where's my screenshots? Hold on. Let me get these three screens. Oh. Grabbed it in the wrong spot. Because I have pictures of their backyard. I just got to get on Twitter. Okay. Let's see. All right. We'll talk about Caleb Collins later. Okay, give me just a second. That way I can get these. I've got to get another monitor. I've outgrew the 2 monitors now. Okay, in the backpack, you said it's probably turned brown now. Okay, wait. Okay, so I do know that they said something about that she may be carrying a white backpack.
Yeah.
Okay, so Commander says in the backpack, he said it's probably turned brown now. Like, what the fuck? They assume a lot without knowing anything. Well, I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself right now on the white backpack turning brown. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself on that one because I don't want to put that out there and it not be true.
Well, that's like with Jack being in a pull-up. Apparently, it was never changed.
Right.
So he's walking around in a pull-up.
Why is this not?
That's never been changed.
What the hell? Why is this not going to pull up now? I don't have it. I'm not sharing this. Well, wait. Maybe this will work. Huh?
I swear, everybody wants to do something when I'm outside. Any other time when I'm outside, nobody comes out here.
They just want to be out there with you, Betty Jo. That's
I just want to. Never mind, I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm going to be nice.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. We're going to share screen too. See if this works. Okay, can y'all see these?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one that I had shared on Discord. Because I was trying to figure out what this was right here. This middle one is their backyard. You can see the fence all around it. This right here in the corner is what you're talking about, Betty Jo, is where their camper is?
No, okay, now it's in the back corner behind that.
Okay, in the backyard.
Let me see. if I'm facing the driveway and see that building, it's on the right-hand side
Over
of the
here?
corner. No, in the corner in the back.
Okay, this middle one is the back. This one right here.
Right there, but it goes back further.
Okay, so let me do this one then, just so we can. All right, so this right here, if y'all can see that.
Let me see.
Okay, hold on. This right here that I'm circling would be right here in the middle, this at the corner of the backyard.
And I think it would be.
But if you look right here, right outside the gate between the building at the back of the fenced-in yard,
right,
and the house, it runs like along that fence. That could possibly be a camper as well. It's hard to tell on Google Maps.
Hard to see.
Yeah. And I don't know. I need to go back to Street View and see if I can move around a little bit and to see if I can see down their driveway. Let me do that.
Right.
But anyway, so this is the backyard right here, the middle one. And there's the screen door, which you can see it in the other picture. But apparently this is the screen door right here that they came out of.
Right, that back door.
Yeah, and left out the yard. Okay, so how did they know that they were in the yard playing before they went missing? So apparently, Sweet Melissa, their thing was they were asleep. They woke up. The kids were in the next room playing in the house. The mom went back to sleep. She said she woke up again and it was quiet. That's when the kids were outside, but they didn't know it at the time. When she got up, the kids were gone.
Right. Now, I also have a question.
Okay.
Now, Lily is 6 years old.
Right.
And I'm not saying 6 years old are not smart, because they are, because they can figure out things.
Right.
But in my opinion, there's no way, unless you taught that child how to open or unlock that door, that she could open that by herself.
Right.
So either they taught her how to do that, and that's how she knew how to get out that door.
Well, why wasn't the back door locked? It's that early in the morning.
That's what I'm saying.
Not early in the morning, but you haven't even got up out of bed, so you used to leave the back door unlocked all the time?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you didn't get up out of that bed, that door should be locked. And the only way that it would be unlocked is that they taught her how to unlock that door.
Right. And Vapor is at work right now, he said, but he is listening. He asked me to tell everyone that he says hello.
Because my granddaughter is 5 and she's very intelligent. Like, very intelligent. But she does not know how to unlock any of these doors. And she has a hard time, even if the door is unlocked, she has a hard time opening the big door.
Right.
The only door she can open is the screen door.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only if we're out here. She don't come outside by herself. She won't. She's scared.
Well, see, that's like with my kids. They even where I live at the end of a dirt road, my kids never went outside by themselves. Because I mean, there's people that come down here all the time in vehicles that I don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
All the time, turning around at the end of the road.
Yeah. And
so
see, that's another thing. You know, you think your yard's safe, but it's not.
It's not. I don't know that. I could say some things, but I'm,
Yeah. Because we're just, it's our opinions. We're not saying they did anything wrong.
I just think that if they're still laying in the bed at that time of the morning and you got 2 young kids up running around, that you should be up too.
Exactly.
Because whether they have gotten out or know not to go outside by themselves, or you know that you have a door that you can't hear when it opens, you need to be up with your kids.
Yep. I mean, the baby's never up before me.
Mhm.
Nobody is. I'm always up earlier than. It don't matter what time I fall asleep.
Right.
But if she happens to get up before me, she wakes me up.
Mhm. Well, see, that's like with my house because it's built up off the ground. My son, when he walks hard. So
Mm-hmm.
I have learned over the years, and my doors still stay locked. I've learned over the years that I can listen in my house and I know exactly where he's at. If I
Yeah.
don't hear walking, he's in went outside, which he's 25 years old.
Right.
And, so I don't have to worry about that. Even though he is autistic, I don't have to worry about it as much as I did. But I still make sure that whenever I know he goes outside, I still keep up with him out there
Yeah.
because of the autism.
Right.
And
Exactly.
and like Commander says, some kids are scared. Others are very ambitious. Y'all, my kids they weren't scared of shit growing up.
I mean, I can't say that she's scared, but she's not. She won't go outside by herself.
Right.
We
It's
want
not
her.
so much of her being scared, it's just so much that she knows that she's not supposed to be out there without anybody out there with her.
Right. And see, we have taught her. We have been teaching her about strangers and about if
Right.
somebody approaches her, what is she to do,
Mhm.
and she'll tell you. She said, "I'll kick them as hard as I can, and I'll scream."
Yeah, I mean, that's what I
Oh,
taught my kids. Claw their damn eyes out their head.
yep.
If somebody tries to grab you, do whatever you got to do when you scream and all that. But they still, especially, which mine, when they were little, my two oldest are 11 and a half months apart. And then from my middle one to my daughter is exactly 2 years apart.
Right.
So I literally had like small young kids for several years. They
Yeah.
never, even when they got up 8, 9, 10 years old, I still kept my eye on them.
Oh yeah. You got the way this world is today. You have to,
Right.
and
But
we tell her all the time. You know not to mess with the door. You know not to go outside without
mhm,
any of us. You want to go outside, you tell one of us, and we'll take you outside.
right. I don't know. Some parents just I don't I don't understand it. It's they don't watch their kids when they should. They don't
Just
feed their kids. They don't. They're doing all kinds of stuff in front of them. They're murdering their kids. It's just it's crazy.
yeah.
These
And it
parents.
seems to me, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not blaming the parents, but it seems to me more autistic kids are going missing
Because
nowadays
yeah,
than.
because I will tell you, don't think okay, Avery, and that was another reason why I always kept an eye on my son, and I made sure when he was at school before I started homeschooling him. I told him because of the school being on a main highway, if my
Mm-hmm.
child makes it out of the school, y'all better make damn sure that he does not make it to the gate and gets outside that gate and gets on the main highway.
Yep.
Because my son would bolt. He would
Oh yeah.
if you said something to him he didn't like and he started getting upset, his thing was to bolt. And he would do it just because he knew that they would chase him at school.
Mm-hmm.
So don't think that, and that's, a lot of people have never been around an autistic child. They're super smart, but don't think them little suckers ain't fast either.
Well, my son's best friend, his nephew is autistic, so we've been around,
Right.
and you gotta learn to be patient. That's it. With
Yeah. Oh
anything,
my god.
you
And
gotta learn to be patient.
y'all know I am the like most least patient person, and I had to learn patience.
Yeah.
Like that's like earlier he was in there, he was talking about something, and when he gets excited and tries to tell a story about something, he he repeats himself
Mm-hmm.
over and over and over and over. And if you try to help him with it, he's got to start the whole story over.
Yep.
I had to learn patience with him with
Yeah.
that.
You do. I
Are
mean,
you guys still talking
yeah.
about the same case?
Yeah, the Jack
Yeah.
and Lily one.
I just, I couldn't. I went to go find that article and I ended up finding something else instead. And I just posted it in the back chat. I don't know if you guys have already seen it or talked about it, but I guess just a couple hours ago, police were there and they were searching underneath the trailer, and somebody took pictures. So I just sent you the link.
Okay, well, that's where the other YouTuber was getting that the police were there. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, somebody drove by and took pictures, and you can see the police at the bottom of the trailer. And they said they were removing the trailer skirting, like to search underneath it.
Yeah, they had it like propped up so they could see. Took lights and went underneath and looked.
So
Yeah,
these kids have been missing for a week, and they're just now looking under the trailer.
See, that's what I'm saying.
that's what I was like. Did I really just see what I thought I saw? I had to go look and dig through to make sure that this happened today, just few hours ago.
What the fuck?
And then I seen where the stepdad has now changed the color of the backpack to being brown. He did an interview this evening, and he says the backpack is brown.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. All the inconsistencies with this case. How the fuck did they even know what these kids were even wearing if they didn't even get up out the bed? That's what I don't understand.
And I've seen a lot of people saying that I don't want to say it because I don't know if it's actual, so I don't even want to say it. Never mind.
Okay. Let me screenshot these pictures so I don't want to pull the person's name up that's just got them posted. So it's just 3 pictures, right? I don't.
Yeah. So they said like there was a bunch of solid black vehicles like in the driveway and in the road, and then you could see the officers up in the, I guess it's the back side or the front side of the trailer.
Okay.
You kind of got to zoom in to see
because I was asking about it being 3 pictures because 2 of them are like the same angle, but one is further back than the other one. So
yeah, it looks like those people didn't slow down to take the picture.
Well, I know that the stepdad was complaining about people driving by, going by real slow, stopping, taking pictures, and all that. So, what the hell is this? Hold on 1 second. What are they about? Oh, they're looking some people too. Okay, so we're going to confirm your request. Okay, let me exit out.
And then I was reading the latest update from, what is it, RCMP or RMCP report?
Yeah, the RCMP.
Okay, yeah, from them saying that their next step is to bring out cadaver dogs.
Well, oh no, you were in here when I was talking about them searching the lake. Ginger, yeah. How are you?
Hi, Ginger.
Just Dawn, how are you?
Hi, Dawn. You guys, I can't see. I'm not looking at chat, so I missed you guys.
Just Dawn was like, I'm late.
She's had a headache.
Oh, just Dawn has?
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett, glad to see you back. I'm a little behind. Just finished last Friday night. Thank you, Ginger. I'm happy to be back.
Finally.
I know. It was, girl.
If y'all knew the things that me and Vapor and King had to do to Scarlett to make her come back, like it was physical torture.
Like fill me in, because I must have missed the whole thing.
That's because we drugged you.
Yeah, okay.
You have no memory of it.
Okay, you know better.
So I was looking through the Facebook group. Well, one of the Facebook groups. I see you and Betty Jo are members of it, but I see a lot
of the Jack and Lily ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I see a lot of people posting anonymously.
Remember, that's what I said the other night, that there were so many anonymous participants that they were like up in the 400s and 500s.
But I've seen a few. Yeah, it was a lot.
I think it's the locals in the area, and they just don't want people to know that it's them. But the thing is about it, though, whoever started that group is the ones that can see who it is posting. Only the people who are not the moderators or owners or whatever the group, they don't know who
Right.
they are.
So there's
So
a recent post at the top, and I guess it must be from a moderator or the owner of the group, but it says something that was reported about the kids being found underneath that trailer is not confirmed, and so she won't post that until it's confirmed.
okay, well
And
here's
that
the
was
thing now. If they find them babies underneath that trailer after a week,
I'm gonna be mad.
I'm going to lose my shit, literally, because that should have been when they searched the property. Because the stepdad said in an interview, they have searched every rock, every root, my bank statements, everything that I own, they have searched. Are you going to tell me that they forgot to search underneath the house?
well, why are they just now out there today searching under the trailer? I don't understand it.
It sounds to me like they forgot to search under the house.
Sounds to me they forgot that part.
Like, oh damn, we need to go back because we forgot to search under the house. Okay, y'all.
And I feel like with the mom and dad breaking up, like their relationship is over, you know.
Oh, it's over.
I just feel like there's more to it.
Yeah, they confirmed that it's over with. Okay, can y'all see
Hey.
those pictures okay now?
When did StreamYard let you put 3 pictures up like that?
I'm sharing that monitor screen. I'm sharing the whole thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's how because I was trying to pull it up from my screenshots and it was not letting me pull just one screenshot up at a time. So I'm just sharing the screen.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to make them big enough where everybody could see them.
I believe the one to the far right, if you zoom in, you can see the police officers down there at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little blurry, but hold on, let me see if I can fix this so I can zoom it in some more.
It was blurry like that on the original post because I think the people didn't slow down when they were taking the pictures.
Right. Yeah, you can see them right here, like around the front porch area and stuff. I'm telling you. If them babies are in, I hope like that.
Oh,
where's the
there's
bio
a video
dad?
of it too. There's a video of it too on that group.
Yeah, it's right here. Hold on.
Now, what I heard about the bio father.
Oh well, I can't play it. Okay, so Metamom was asking where's the bio dad. I haven't heard anything about him.
He's on house arrest.
He's not in their life.
Yep.
Because the stepdad was saying how good of kids that Lily and Jack were, that they were awesome kids, and how Jack loved digging for worms and he loved bugs, and Lily was more of a girly's girl, you know, and stuff like that. So I still don't.
Oh, I seen a news article from the Canadian Press where the bus driver was talking about how happy these kids are.
Yeah,
and how
I saw that one. That he was talking about that Jack was known for when he couldn't get the bus driver's attention, that he would take his boot off and throw it at him.
Yeah,
that he was famous for that.
I read that too.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And then I seen that the stepdad, he doesn't have a record other than paraphernalia charges in 2011. That's the only thing on his record. No criminal record aside from that.
What about the mom?
I don't know. But I also seen where the stepdad's supposed to be going in to take a lie detector test.
Yes, I did see that. He said that in the very beginning that he offered to do a polygraph, but because there's not that many people in Canada that does them, that they're having to fly someone into Nova Scotia for him to do it, and that it's supposed to be happening within the next few days.
Oh.
So.
Well, you know, if he's offering to take them, and he's the one all over the news, and I sort of think he really does seem very torn up about this.
I mean, the more I read about it, I'm kind of like my mind is changing about him and I don't really want to say that, but it's weird how the mom left.
That's what I can't. I just can't get over that part.
I could not leave, even if it is my husband's property. If my kids went missing from there, I am not leaving.
Well,
Like,
his mother kicked her off the property.
oh, you know what I would tell his mama? You can kiss my ass because my babies left from this property and they are missing, and I am not going nowhere.
So what I read in the newspaper article was that the mom's whole family showed up at that property, and they were all accusing the stepdad of being responsible for this. And so the stepdad's mother, who owns the property, kicked them all off, including Malaya.
But I don't understand how he can be responsible. To be honest, they're both responsible because neither one of them got out of bed.
Right, they were both in the bed.
So you can't just blame him. You got to blame your daughter too.
But I thought they were feeding their 16-month-old.
That's what was said to begin with. That was the mom's.
But they were in the bed.
Quoted saying. But see, then all of a sudden it comes out, and that the mom, they were both in the bed asleep with the 16-month-old baby.
Mm-hmm.
The mom woke up, heard the kids in the next room playing, went back to sleep, woke up a little while later, and the kids were gone. But in the very beginning, she says that her and the husband were feeding the baby.
Mm-hmm.
The kids were playing. They got outside, and at the time they didn't know that they were outside, and then all of a sudden everything got quiet, and they went and looked outside looking for them, and they were gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Info on your membership. I think it would do. Okay. Okay, Ginger, hold on. Let me look real quick. I gotta pull up my studio. Yeah, my throat is still sore tonight. Okay, give me just a second, Ginger. Let me just get into the studio here.
This case is another. It's mind-boggling.
There are too many inconsistencies.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But they all seem to be on behalf of the mother. Well, except for the stepdad saying that the backpack is brown, but you know how men are with colors.
Right.
I don't know. But
okay, Ginger, it shows that you're still on here. It just doesn't show that it's been updated yet, but that may take it a little while. But it does show that you're still on here.
Yeah, this is just one of those cases that I don't know which way to think. I don't have like one way that I'm thinking about it other than foul play.
Because of the inconsistencies.
Yeah, because
that's what it is.
Because like I told Scarlett, them parents could be innocent. They could have wandered off. But then again, neither one of them got out of the bed. So, or they could have disappeared earlier than 10 o'clock. Or they disappeared the night before. Nobody knows.
Right. And that's what's not making sense is that you didn't get up. Did the kids not eat? Did you not feed your kids that morning? Like, you can't even give a description of what Jack had on. Except for his blue
boots and pull-ups.
Yeah. And the only reason why you know that he had the boots on is because they're probably not in the house. Like, first you're up feeding the baby, and now all of a sudden you're asleep. Like, which one? And these are quotes from the mom.
Yeah.
Of her saying, and now all of a sudden
she disappeared.
She leaves from the property and goes and stays with family. Somebody calls her phone, and a female relative answers the phone and says that she's been advised not to speak with media. Did an attorney advise her not to speak with media? Was it law enforcement that advised that? What is up?
Parents, who's advising her not to do all this?
Right, because I ain't tell you, it's somebody's doing it because of her inconsistencies in her story.
Yep.
Betty Joe, you're like really low, and then Scarlett's much louder. Is it like that for the chat, or is it just on my end?
Well, I was sitting up close to my mic whenever I was talking, so that might have been why I was louder.
No, you still sound louder. I mean, because I
well,
have to keep putting my phone up closer to my ear to hear Betty Joe,
Well,
and then I pull it back away.
I got a crazy 5-year-old running up and down the hallway.
That baby.
Leave her alone.
Yes,
that has nothing to do with you not being able to speak properly up here on the panel.
That baby ain't doing nothing wrong, Betty Joe.
It's funny because she's running up and down the hallway, and he's chasing her up and down the hallway.
Oh, well, she said that she could hardly hear Betty Joe as well, but I did just turn her up also, so
yeah,
that might be the problem.
I keep turning my volume up, down, up, down. Scarlett, you just side note here, you missed it because I don't know where you were. You weren't in Discord for a few days, but Betty, this was like a few weeks ago. Betty Joe had to punish the baby, and Betty Joe had a full ass meltdown over it. It was
okay. Wait. Well, hold on. Wait. Stop. Why did you have to punish the baby?
Because she smacked me, and she went over and told her mom no in her face, and so I put her in timeout for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yes,
I can't defend Bubbles with that then, so.
But you don't understand the meltdown that Betty Joe had because she had to punish that child.
Yes.
But she's trying to teach her right from wrong, because if that would have been mine, I would have done the same thing.
I know, but I thought I was going to have to call like a crisis center for Betty Joe.
Yes, it broke my heart because she was crying. And
it was bad.
Well, but it's something that had to be done though, because she can't be doing that.
No, and she said, but why do I gotta sit down? I said, because you smacked me, and you went and told your mom no in her face. I said, you can't do that.
Yeah, especially going to school. You know, she'll be starting school in a couple of months, so. Yeah, so I would defend Bubbles to the end. Y'all know that, but that right there, I can't defend her over.
Yeah. So she sat there, and she was just a sobbing and a crying. I had to come in here. I had tears running down my.
Aww.
I'm laughing.
Yeah, sit there and watch her sit there because I will have a meltdown and make her get up.
Well, let me tell you all about my child last night.
Uh-oh. I know you were looking for her.
She didn't text me last night. So I'll explain what happened, because she had me worried a little bit. And I know this sounds corny about what happened. It's just my mind and my way of thinking.
Well,
so when
you think that way.
Well, it wasn't really like a true crime type thing, but it was just like, have you ever heard of like when people pass away that sometimes they will come back and see their loved ones, but they'll come back in like a different image or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, growing up, my kids were very close to their dad's grandfather, which we all know Troll was raised by his grandparents or whatever.
Right.
And so about a year before my father-in-law passed away, my two youngest lived with him because he lived just right next door to us. So they would stay with him at his house, so he wouldn't have to go into a nursing home, and there would always be someone there 24 hours a day.
Right.
So they got very close with him, not just growing up, but very close with him for that year and a half that they were there. So when she's not working her full-time job, she works for her old manager at a food truck. And usually when she sends me a text and all it says is mama, I know something's wrong.
Right.
So yesterday morning she sends me a text and all it said was mama. And I thought, oh shit, something's gone, because my child runs her mouth and, in text and in person and everything else. But this time it was just mama.
Sounds like
so I was like, what is it? And she said, there was a man that just came up to the food truck placed this order, and she said he sounded just exactly like Pawpaw, which is what they called their great grandfather.
Right.
And I said, I was like, oh, that's sweet. And she was like, no, you don't understand. It was his voice. I heard that his voice. And she said, I'm sitting here now and I'm trying not to cry. So I thought, okay, well, maybe it's just him coming back, just to check on you and stuff like that. I just kind of played it off like that. So she comes home, and my youngest son and her are roommates now. So she comes home, and my youngest son is there, and she sends me another text. This is like several hours later, and all it says is "Mama." And I thought, dear God, this is going to be a day of my child, like, some, like one time is enough, but we hit it on twice today. And so I was like, what is it? She says, I just got home, and her brother says that he had a dream that he hugged Papa.
Oh.
And I
You're
thought,
giving me the chills.
well, look, I said, mysterious things like this do happen. I'm trying to stay calm because I'm thinking that this is a sign of something.
Right.
And so I said, mysterious things like this can happen to people. People who have passed can come back and check on their loved ones. People experience it all the time. I said,
yeah.
I said also, because she works late at night. She doesn't get off till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and she has to drive 30 minutes home. And so I told her, I said, as soon as you get off work, you text me and let me know when you get in your car. I said, when you make it home, you text me and let me know you're home. And
Right.
she's like, okay, but why? And I said, because this also could be a sign of something. And y'all know me, and maybe this has to do with true crime, a sign that something bad could happen or whatever. Well, she didn't text me last night. So I went to blowing her phone up. Where are you at? Have you made it home? Are you okay? Or, you need to call me. You need to text me. I get up, drive by her house. Because I knew at this time of night, if she's going to be home, her car is going to be there.
Right.
So I drive by her house. Her car is there. All the lights are off. So I knew that her and my son were, they were both asleep or whatever. I come home. This morning about 11 o'clock, I'm sorry. I got home last night. I was tired. I went straight to bed and fell asleep. I'm sitting here thinking, I have been my ass up all night, worried about you. Here I am upset because I ain't heard from you. I'm blowing your phone up and you ain't answering me. Had me out looking for you thinking something done happened to you. I'm so sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. I said, don't you ever, child, when I tell you to text me, your ass better, when you're pulling in your fucking driveway, because I know that phone is in your hand, you better be texting your mama.
Yep. Say, I'm here. I made it home. Good night.
Something. Just, damn, because like I said, it had when, it was cool when she told me that she heard his voice. But when a couple of hours later, she's telling me that my son also had a dream that he hugged his pawpaw.
Right.
And it was just like, mine starts
Your mind
thinking
starts
stuff.
wondering and stuff like
Right.
that. Yeah.
Like, is this a sign that something bad is possibly going to happen and he is back here to check on them, to whatever? And I know that sounds corny, but, it's you hear about stuff like that all the time. And so when she told me about my son, I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, not one bit.
But yeah, that's and I even texted my son-in-law yesterday, and I was like, she is upset. She's sitting here at work, and she's saying that she's trying not to cry, because there's customers there and her manager is there, and he was like, well, let me text her real quick, and because me and him had been planning a surprise when he gets home, because he wasn't going to tell her when he was coming home. I was the only, I had very special mother-in-law privileges that I was the only person out of everybody who knew that he was really coming home.
Oh.
Not even his own mama didn't know he was coming home. He actually lied to them and told them something happened and his leave got denied, and so he wasn't going to come home. So we're trying to plan this whole thing. And I was like, dude, you need to text her because she's upset. So when he texted her, she was crying at that point. And then when my son told her that, she lost it all again.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised that you drove by and seen her car and didn't go bang on the door.
Well,
I
it's
did,
like I
I did,
said, I knew that if she should have been home by that time. I know exactly how far it is from her job to her house. I know her driving. I know how long it takes her because she has texted me at other times. I've stalked her on Life 360. I know exactly how long it takes. So I know that if her car was there, I knew she was okay.
See, my
And
mind would have went to if I would have driven by and seen the cars there and the lights out. My mind would have thought about Idaho 4 and that something happened to both of them
well, see
inside of the
that
house, and I'd have
with
been.
I'm not worried about that because she lives on a property that my aunt lives on that is literally 50 feet from her house.
Oh, okay.
She has a cousin that is right behind her, and then she has another cousin that is right behind my aunt.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's all family on that property, and that entire property is full of cameras. So I'm not worried about anybody. And plus, she's got that big ass dog in the house. So
You just had to mention a big dog, didn't you?
so I wasn't. Now, if her car wouldn't have been there,
yeah,
I would
the
have
whole,
been freaking out. I'd have
yeah,
been driving her route home. But I
yeah,
knew if her
you
car was
know,
there in the driveway and the lights were out, I knew they were home and she was in bed.
I get you're tired and you just want to go to sleep, but still, she should have
But the
said,
thing
"I'm
is,
here."
she knows that when Mama tells something, she knows what's going to happen if she don't do it. That especially texting me when she gets home that late at night. She knows I'm gonna cut up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I didn't last night. Any other time, I would have probably been banging her on her door and all this and that. But I didn't. I was good. Y'all should be proud.
I would have knocked, tapped on her window.
Yeah.
Oh, she'd have probably
I'm proud
lost
of
it.
you.
She'd have probably jumped right out of her skin.
She would have probably lost it if I would have tapped on the window.
And I bet she would have never forgotten to text you again.
Nope.
No,
I'm sorry,
well
Mom. I took it too far.
she's not gonna forget it because I can play goddamn guilt trip on her today. I was like I didn't sleep.
Oh, I'm a
I've been
pro at that.
I have been up all night. She was like, "Well, just go to bed." I was like, "I can't now because I've got to get stuff ready for my live tonight." But you had me awake all night because I was worried.
Yeah.
You were supposed to text me and you didn't text me.
I,
Like,
You know
when I
what?
promised you you're
You
home.
should you should text her and tell her that you have a migraine from lack of sleep. You got to add to it.
she wouldn't buy that because I have migraines all the time.
Right. But
So it wouldn't
she
work.
won't forget to text you now, so.
No, she better not. But I told her I was going to tell her. So I didn't get to talk to my son in law today because he was doing, I think they had PT and some other stuff today. Wait till tomorrow, though.
You're
He
going
gonna
to
know
tell
about it.
on her?
Yes, I'm gonna tell on her. I told her I was gonna tell on her. I sure did. I told her in the text. I said I'm gonna tell on you, and she knew exactly what I meant. So come tomorrow, I'm gonna text my son-in-law. I'm gonna let him know what happened.
See, I hold my toes. Like, I never tell on Jaden to his dad because I have to save them for when I really need to like get through to his head, and then I threaten to tell because
Yeah.
if I just tell all the time, then
Well,
my
see,
he won't take my threat seriously. But
Ginger,
I'm
that
really
is,
good at guilt tripping him.
yeah, guilt trips are the best. Ginger said that kids don't understand their moms until they have kids of their own. I have told my daughter that so
That's
many times,
Not
not
mine, Ginger, not my daughter.
always true.
but my kids always know. So I never had to tell on them to their dad. I never had to do that because if I said something and I called first, middle, and last name, they knew what was
Yep,
up.
that's
If
what I do.
mama, yeah. And so I never had to go tell their dad or anything like that. If I spoke, they listened.
Well, my two dad wasn't never in their life until they were actually grown and bought their own homes.
Hmm.
But
I
see,
just
he is now because of the baby. He comes down
right.
twice. He comes down twice a year, every year.
Hmm.
Comes down for
Yeah.
her birthday, and then he comes down in the summertime.
Well, at least he is now, though.
Yeah.
You know, they have that time with him, and the baby does too. But
Yeah.
my kids knew. I get I start talking a certain way, they know what's up. Because and my daughter will tell you, my mama don't play.
No.
Mama will throw
Yeah.
hands.
My
She
mom used to tell on me to my dad all the time, and she would say, Tommy, you're going to have to go spank this child because if I spank her, I'll never stop and I'll kill her. And then my dad would take me upstairs to the bedroom and he would did the same thing with my sisters. And he would say, okay, you got to pretend like I spanked you and you have to fake cry.
Oh my God! I wish my
I'm
parents would have
afraid
been
my
like I. If my parents would have told me you got to pretend like I spanked you, oh my God!
That was my dad. He could not spank us, but
No
but my mom never knew. She always thought that he was spanking us. And
shit,
she used to tell on us left and right. Like
girl.
he always told on, especially me.
My
Like
daddy never spanked me. All he had to do was look at me,
I was
and
more
that
afraid.
look, oh my God!
I was more afraid of my mom than my dad.
I would me and my mama. Oh, because of the way she is and the way she would do me when I was little. And even when I got up older, so me and her don't have a relationship now. Me and her would fight, and just I would be 5 years old screaming at her. It's a wonder she didn't beat my ass. I was y'all don't understand. I was bad when I was younger.
that was pretty bad
Seriously.
too.
I was
And
my.
the bad thing about it is my daughter is a miniature version of me.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, the baby is a miniature version of my daughter.
I tell you, them little girls that are miniature versions of their mamas.
It, it
Yeah,
it's funny
Yeah.
because
we got
my
two of
daughter
them.
she'll say, "I don't know where you got this acting like this from." I look at her and say, "Oh, you don't."
I tell my daughter that. I was like, why do you get an attitude? Because my daughter, she she wants to try to get like an attitude, and she's like, well, mama, I'm grown, and she kind of wants to do the little head rolling out. Girl, mm-mm. I
Yeah,
told her, I was like, you need to lose that attitude. What you need to do. And she's like, well, where do you think I got it from?
yep.
Your daddy. That's where.
That's what I tell mine. Even though wasn't around your dad, that's where you got it from. You didn't get it
Mm-hmm.
from
Yeah, everything's her daddy's fault. They act like him. Got his last name. Temper. They ain't get it from the mama.
me.
So I don't be acting like that. Tip, how are you?
Yeah, it's funny. He's in there. My son's in there trying to persuade her. He says, "I got to go home." No, you don't. You can stay here and play.
Aw, she needs her a sibling.
She keeps telling her mom, "I want a baby brother." I said, "No, you don't, because then you have to share your toys with your baby brother." Well, then I want a baby sister. I said, "No, then you have to share your toys with your baby sister."
Tip, I am doing good, thank you.
Yeah, but if she has a baby sister, you won't be bored and lonely when she goes to school.
Look,
You'll
okay,
have your hands full again.
I love this baby to death. I really do, but I don't think I can handle another one.
Betty just like, this is it.
I mean, practically, even though she's got great parents, they're both good parents. She's well taken care of, but I feel like it's always, "Mom, can I have this? Mom, can I get this? Mom, can you do this?"
That's just because she's so attached to you.
You know you love it.
Oh, yeah, I do. I do it for her. But
That's all it
it feels
is.
like I've raised her.
She's just more attached to you than anybody
She
else.
is. She is.
What time is it, girl?
It is 12:25 my time.
Okay, so
11:25.
11:25 here. Okay, so I'm trying to think. And Vapor's not. Well, he's listening, but he's not in here. King Scarlet's not in here either. I've got to get all of my mods together on a backstage one day, but I
Well,
got to because I know Betty Joe, you're available pretty much any time.
yep. Anytime.
Uh, okay, so me, Avery, Metamom, and Sally Mae are the same time zone. Scott, what time zone are you in? Because I know Vapor and King Scarlet are in the same time zone, but there's 2 hours behind me.
I'm usually home from work every day by 5 at the latest, except for last night.
Okay, but do you work on Sundays?
No, but I have
Okay,
church. I have church. Don't forget
okay,
that.
okay. Do you work on?
Wednesday evenings I have Bible study, and then Sunday I have church and then Bible study.
Okay, do you work on Saturdays?
Yes,
Okay,
usually. But
okay. I might, just because and I hate to do it Sunday night though. That's the thing with it being Mother's Day. But I was gonna say after church, since I'm not going live Sunday nights. Okay, so Scott, you're Central Time. So all of us would be Central Time except for Betty Joe, Vapor, and King Scarlet.
yeah.
Which is, it don't matter because, like I said, I'm available anytime you need to do it.
Okay. I just got to figure out a spot, a time, a date and a time, because I know like tonight Vapor's working. I don't know
Right.
where King Scarlet is. She may have some other stuff going on. I need to just figure out a time where everybody is available off work with the different time zones.
Right.
Because I need to do a backstage with everybody and just kind of get all of the mods back on track with everything, because I haven't had one since Betty Joe and Metamom has been a mod.
Yeah.
So I need to.
Oh, that reminds me. I might not be here tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
Okay.
And why not?
Do you really want me to say on panel?
No, we already know.
Nope.
We already know.
Forget I even asked.
We knew where that one was going quick. That is how well we know you, Avery.
Yep.
I know. I know.
So, but anyway, I'll figure it out, even if we have to do it one afternoon during the week. But I'll figure it out.
Or like if we could like do it like before you go live or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean that is an option. The only thing about that is, you know how we get to talking, and then we don't.
That's what
we don't know how to shut up, and then it goes over into the live, and so
that
I do. I'm always quiet.
Girl, please.
I don't know who you're trying to convince about that.
But. Okay, so Scott is in Missouri until May the 16th. So yeah, we will. Oh shit, I don't even know what day May 16th is.
Today is the
till next Friday. So okay, Scott, we will. Hey, King Scarlet. Scott, we will get it done before you're out of Missouri. I'll try to get.
I don't think if you guys want to, if you end up wanting to do it tomorrow, I really don't think I'll be working tomorrow, because it's raining and I still don't drive in the rain.
Okay.
Right.
Well, we may do it tomorrow afternoon then. Just let me see what I have going on tomorrow afternoon.
But I'll miss you guys tomorrow night if you go live. Okay. I'll be thinking about you.
If
please don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Okay.
You just concentrate on what you're doing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm usually thinking about other things anyhow, but okay.
Leave all of us during that time out of your mind.
Yep. We want no parts.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Nada. But anyway, I may end up going to the doctor tomorrow, just because my
throat. On a Saturday?
Girl, yeah, my doctor's open. Well, he's only open half a day on Saturday, but but I still have a sore throat, and it's not getting any better.
Got any cough drops?
Yeah, I have cough drops, and I have one. Like, I have it open right now, sitting in front of me, just in case.
Have you had fever?
No, I haven't had a fever, but the last couple of nights, so I've had my air down in my room to 61.
Yeah, and it's the air conditioning
Yeah,
sore
and it's
throat.
only 60 something degrees outside, so it's been like
Yeah.
super cold in here. And I think that is what's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so,
You might just have to sleep with a fan and not the air conditioning.
oh God, I would die.
I know.
Me too. And then the
I,
fan is,
We got the air on, and I sleep with 3 fans: the ceiling fan and 2 other fans.
yeah, I mean, I have a fan in here, but I don't know. I don't know if I can just sleep with a fan on.
And the poor
Like,
baby, I gotta put long sleeve pajamas on her just so she don't get cold.
well, see, my thing is that I'll sleep like if it's cold in here, I'll have sweatpants on and my hoodie, and I'm fine. But I think that's what it is. I don't know if I'm getting hot at night while it's cold in here, and that's what's causing the sore
Yeah,
throat or whatever. But
that could be. Do
wait,
you have
and
you
do you have
sleep in your
spray?
sweatpants and a hoodie?
if it gets really cold in my room, I will. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's been like 50 something degrees here at night.
I
Low
sleep in
high 50s, low 60s.
I sleep in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt.
Well, that's usually what I do. But if it gets really cold in here, then because y'all don't understand, I sleep weird. Okay, I
You
have to be a certain temperature
you wait until you go through
when I
menopause,
sleep. Well,
then you'll be
hopefully,
throwing everything off.
Yep.
hopefully that's years down the road. But I have to be a certain temperature range for me to actually go to sleep.
You need
If
one of
I
them slumber beds.
Yeah, if I get too hot, I'm awake. If I'm too cold, I'm awake. I can't sleep with socks on because that's just an abomination. Like, I don't know who sleeps with socks on. So then I get too hot, and then I got to kick my feet out from under the cover.
Yeah, I can't
Then,
put my feet under the cover at all. So
yeah, so, and I don't sleep with a top sheet, so I only sleep with a comforter.
yep,
So it's not like I can just throw the comforter off and just sleep under a sheet because I don't sleep with a sheet.
yeah,
I'm telling you,
I don't either.
I'm weird.
I don't
It's
sleep in a
crazy.
top sheet either. So
I never have. My
I
kids don't
keep
either.
I keep it so cold in my room that David sleeps with a toboggan on his head.
That's how my room has been.
It cracks me up.
you're gonna have to probably have to turn the air off for one night just to get your throat.
Oh my god, that oh.
Like,
Have you gargled with warm salt water?
I did it today, but it didn't really help. So I need to do it again tonight before I go to bed.
do you
So
do you have any sore throat spray?
no, I don't use that shit.
Okay. But the only other thing I can say is some warm salt water and the cough drops.
Yeah, I have the cough drops, but I have it just in case like it starts getting to me while I'm on here talking. Because
Yeah,
honestly, I've only, and that's probably another reason why I didn't cut up at my daughter's last night, just because I had a sore throat and I'd have been screaming and hollering and all that.
it made it
But
work.
right, but the only time really that I've talked any was last night during the live when that was the first night it was hurting. Then tonight during the live, and then I was on the phone for a little while earlier. And
Right.
other than that, I haven't really talked a whole lot today, which is
Well, you haven't been
crazy.
coughing. I haven't heard you cough, so
No,
maybe.
there's no cough. Like I have the sinus
I
drainage and stuff
cough.
like that, but
I cough when y'all get me cracking up laughing and can't breathe.
oh yeah,
I cough constantly, but the doctor says I have the beginning of COPD.
that's because you need to stop smoking them cigarettes. Says the person who
Yes.
vapes. Well, actually, y'all since I came back live, I have not vaped one time on my live.
The doctor told me the same thing. You need to stop. You need to quit smoking, or you need to slow down. I said I did slow down. I am not quitting. Do you understand? I will go to prison.
Gurgling mouth. Okay, so just Dawn says you could try gargling with mouthwash or water and bacon. I cannot do baking soda.
Ooh,
Can
Uh-uh.
you do mouthwash?
I can do mouthwash. I cannot do
Try
baking
doing
soda.
it with some mouthwash then.
Ugh.
I know,
Mm.
but
I thought about taking a shot of whiskey.
you can do that too.
I thought about doing that,
a hottie toddy.
Take it.
then that requires me to go buy the whiskey.
Oh,
Did you guys see the picture I posted in Discord? I finally brushed the dog's teeth, and
No, I missed it.
all 4 dogs are so mad at me.
I don't blame them.
They're in the back room. They won't come I keep calling them. They won't have nothing to do with me. Even Tucker.
You brushed their teeth.
They're so mad at me.
Why don't you get them green? What is it called? Them green.
They have those.
Because that'll
Yeah.
help.
But
That
they're
helps.
little. They're little dogs. So like dogs under 5 pounds, you have to brush their teeth because they will get their teeth will get bad quickly and affect their heart.
Yeah.
And it's really hard for them to be put under to have their teeth cleaned by the vet because they're so little. So they're so mad at me though.
I lost my dog on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh.
My daughter's boyfriend went out to feed all the dogs, well, the 2 that we had back there, and he was gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then the only one that's out there now is Bailey, and she's scared of thunderstorms and got out of her pen last night. Come out here to smoke cigarettes. She's across the street. I said, she don't never leave the yard.
Let me tell y'all, my daughter's dog, and I think I posted a picture of him a long time ago in Discord, the big black hairy dog.
Yeah. Dang it.
This dog, y'all, no shit. He probably weighs 90 pounds. You let it thunder, he will be up. He is scared shitless. I was at her house one day. I didn't even think about the dog being scared of the thunder. He's scared of thunder. He's scared of fireworks. He's scared of gunshots, all of that.
That's the way.
He needs the thunder vest.
This dog, I was sitting on her couch. He knows he's not supposed to be on the couch, but he knows when Gigi is there, I'm Gigi.
Mm-hmm.
When Gigi is there, he gets to do whatever he wants to do.
Right.
So,
how did you get a cute name like Gigi and I'm stuck with Grandma?
I'm stuck with Mama. What you talking about?
Because I gave myself the name Gigi. That's why.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to be called Gigi anyway. I like it when she says Mama because the way she says it.
Right. Yeah. I am Gigi. Even though he is a dog, he's still my grandpupper. I am Gigi. My daughter thinks it's hilarious that I'm called that. But you ask Bear, where's Gigi? And he knows exactly who you're talking about.
Yep.
So that's beside the point. I was sitting on her couch one day, y'all, and it started thundering. All of a sudden, this big-ass dog is going to jump up on the couch, get in my lap, and y'all, I'm only 5'7". Okay, this dog is huge. Okay, he is literally in my lap, hugged up to me, shaking.
He don't like.
Literally. Wait. Okay, King. Let me look at my phone. I think I have one on my phone of him.
Because that's the way.
I feel like she's purposely talking about a big black dog.
No, I'm serious. I have a picture of him. You will see. I just have to find it on my phone.
I've seen it in Discord, but I just feel like you're traumatizing me.
No, I swear I'm not trying to do that. I'm being serious. Let me find the picture. Yeah, he is so scared of storms, y'all. Or if I'm there at her house and she has a swing on her back porch, if I'm sitting in the swing, he puts his butt up right between my legs and sits his butt on the swing, and he's got his front feet on the porch.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I'm the only one that he does that with.
My little dogs, they have to take little they have medication for the fireworks and the storms, but some of the bigger dogs that I know of, they wear those thunder vests that comfort them.
Okay, well, we bring Bailey in from outside when they do fireworks and stuff, but we didn't know she was scared of thunderstorms until last night when she come.
Bear is so scared. I've got one right here, but I got to cut myself out of it.
So we just kept her in the house all night.
Is this one of him? What is this? That doesn't show how big.
because she'll find a way out of her pen when she hears loud bangs.
Yeah.
Oh, Bear will get my daughter's bed is not very high up off the floor. He will get his big self up under the bed.
That's what the two. Now, see, my son and my daughter have the blue healers. Now they can't get under the couch, but they sure try.
Yeah, that's what Bear does.
They sure try to get under that couch.
I had. Yeah, that one doesn't show how big he is either. I know
My
I've
little
got
ones
one.
think they're too good to be on the floor. They're not getting under any furniture. They have to be on top of furniture with blankies and toys.
See, that's how my dog is that passed away. He had if we brought because we would bring him in if it got too hot or too cold, and every time he would have to have two blankets, one to lay on and one to get up under.
Girl,
Yeah.
Klaus is the same way. If it's cold outside, he has his own blanket that he needs to have. He gets in the chair in the recliner. You have to lay the blanket down. One end of it has to be on the chair.
Mhm.
He gets up in the chair on his blanket, and then you have to cover him up.
Bring him up. Yep.
And that's how he sleeps at night when it's cold outside. Sure does. That damn dog is spoiled as shit too.
They're all spoiled.
They are. They really are.
We just had our cat fixed, so we don't have any more kittens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now he's locked in the bathroom and he has a cone around his head so he can't lick himself.
Oh, yeah.
This cat is trying everything to get this thing off his head, and
Oh.
we have him in a little, he has a crate that he'll go in and out of. I go in there and he had it off. I said, "Well, I got to put this back on you, Shadow." So I put it back on him, and he's looking at me like, "Did you seriously just put this thing back on my head? I just got it off."
Oh, my cats are gonna hate me because they just go get snip at the vet too.
Well, yeah. It'll be Monday. It'll be 7 days that he's had it done. So
Okay, let me see.
they said that just keep it 7 days.
I always found it funny when my dogs had to wear the cones because they walk sideways.
That's what he does. He walks sideways and he bangs into everything.
Yes.
Okay, I just got one picture in Discord. Let me find the other one of me and him on the couch. I gotta find it.
Yeah, I remember you posting him a while back.
Yeah, he's huge. I mean, and in the pictures, he doesn't. He doesn't look that big.
What kind of dog is he?
I think he is a black German Shepherd or whatever. He's got like the ears like a German Shepherd. She thinks that he is part German Shepherd and part Great Pyrenees.
Yeah.
That's what they told me that dog was last night. I kept saying Saint Bernard, Pyrenees,
A Great Pyrenees.
Great Pyrenees. Betty Jo.
Yeah, they're huge.
I heard her.
Where'd the other picture go? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I had to crop this one. Oh wait,
and they're soft and fluffy. The Pyrenees.
Yes. Yeah, that's how Bear is. He has a lot of hair though. Like I can vacuum her floor, and about an hour later, I can vacuum the floor again, and the thing is full of dog hair again.
Oh goodness!
It sheds a lot. Okay, so I got this one that I'm posting in there. I cut myself out of it, but you can see how big he is laying up against me.
Okay, I'll look when I get off. I don't throw myself off again.
But yeah, he's nothing but a big baby. But he knows that he can't get on the couch unless Gigi's there. When Gigi's there, he can do whatever he wants. Because when Mama starts fussing at him, he comes to me.
He's like,
you know what? I hope when you have your first grandchild, it just decides to call you Grandma.
Oh hell no, girl! It wouldn't.
No,
let me tell you.
The baby will call her Gigi too.
Let me find out when I'm having a grandchild, and I'm already have all the shirts that says "World's Greatest Gigi."
Mm-hmm.
All of that.
See, it's just not fair.
Sure am. I'm fixing to have some shirts made for my son-in-law.
It's funny because the baby will say, she'll say "mama" or she'll say "ma." I said, "I'm not your ma."
But it could be worse because my ex-husband's new wife, she is Granny. So I may have got grandma, but she's granny.
I'd have gave her a different name.
Oh, I've given her a ton, but I've given her more than that.
See, I can be a bad influence with little kids too. I have to watch myself because y'all just wait till I become a grandma.
Like, you have to admit, granny is worse than grandma, right?
I mean, I had a granny when I was growing up, but I also had a mamaw. But that's just Southern thing, so you know.
But granny is worse than grandma.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm prettier than her too, so.
Yeah, you are.
Have I showed you her?
No, I'm just agreeing with you. I'm taking your side.
I had to mute because my son's truck's so loud. I'm outside.
I need to get off of here. I need to go get in the shower real quick, and then I gotta go to bed. I need to eat. That's what I need to do. I need to go eat.
Yeah.
Because this damn applesauce and bananas, it ain't working.
I had bananas and yogurt. I'm over this dieting thing, and then on the 22nd we start the carnivore diet. I don't know how that's gonna go.
I'm not even trying to diet. I'm just not hungry. That's my problem. And then,
that's not good.
Well, it's like when I get hungry, but then I think about, okay, well, I'm gonna go eat this or this, and then I'm like, fuck that, I don't want it.
You don't want to make it.
It's not so much I don't want to make it. It's like tonight I cooked a whole damn like 12 pack of chicken. I baked it. I didn't want it. Like everybody else in the house ate it, but I didn't want it. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me.
Well,
I'm just not hungry.
I cooked dinner and then I just had a banana and yogurt.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure something out that I could eat that I can actually eat. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, you guys! Jaden has been doing the wall Pilates with me. It is the funniest thing. I've got to video it for you guys.
Yeah, but it probably helps him though.
Oh, I'm sure it does, but it is hilarious to see him doing things like laying on his back, spreading his legs and pointing his toes.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, I mean, it would do him good, you know. So he's not only trying, but he's, you know what I'm saying? Like he's getting up and moving around and all that.
You've seen the videos I posted of him at the gym, right? That boy works it at the gym. He hits those weights like.
I don't remember those. I remember the ones of him in karate class.
Oh yeah, I posted a bunch of him at the gym. He's got a personal trainer, and there's one in there that I posted where he does the ropes up and down. Oh my gosh, those ropes are so heavy.
All right, Madam Mom, you have a good night too. I might have seen it, just don't remember.
Yeah, he kills it at the gym. And then Easter, we went on a hike, and he did better than me.
Yeah, all that does him good though.
Yeah, definitely.
So, thank you.
All right, I guess I need to get off of here, y'all. I gotta go jump in the shower so I can go to bed. All right.
Well, you guys all have a good night.
All right, y'all have a good night as well. I'll probably won't be back in Discord tonight, but so I gotta go do all this. But I'll probably be in there in the morning when I get up at some point.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, y'all have a good night. And
all right.
We'll talk to y'all. Good night, Bubbles.
Good night, Bubbles.
Could you please don't call me Bubbles?
Oh, she didn't say it back to us, Avery. Now my feelings are hurt.
I know. I was waiting too.
She's playing a game. That's why.
She doesn't love us anymore.
No, she's got this iPad. She don't love anybody anymore. What game are you playing?
All right. Well, I'm going down. I'll see you guys later.
Okay. Yeah. Have a good night. We'll talk to y'all sometime tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
Right. Good night. All right, y'all. So I'm about to get out of here. I should be back tomorrow night. Just depends on how I'm feeling tomorrow. If the sore throat is getting worse, I may just take a rest tomorrow night and Sunday night. If not, I'll come back tomorrow night for a little while. But I love you all so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I will talk to y'all later.